independent demonstrator was stamping up. I am just finishing setting up the computer so we can get going on this crazy Wednesday. Yay! Give me just a second. We will get things rolling. Say hello. Alright, so let me zoom this down one more. Okay, and we should be good. Okay. Alrighty, so some housekeeping for this week. How are you? I am getting ready for on stage. My room is finally cleaned because it was so many layers deep I couldn't see straight. So I am finishing swaps and I am working on all kinds of things, and we will get there like everything else. I leave Friday morning. We'll be back Sunday. Be watching for tons of pictures and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Some announcements. I don't know if you saw the email today about the big shot. We will be carrying dies and the accoutrements for it. But not the actual big shot through next catalog, annual catalog, so until next June. And then we're going to reorganize, systemize, I don't know what the term is. Anyways, they're figuring out a new system so we don't have the problems with back orders like we've had, and they are cutting out the middleman and going to be dealing straight with manufacturers. And that also sounds like, to me, I hope at least this is the case. I can't promise anything, but I hope if we as demonstrators come up with ideas for art, I'm hoping that some of it might get created. So better options for us, faster times for us, better response for us. I'll let you know changes as soon as I know more. Hopefully I'll learn some more this weekend when I go for Saturday in San Antonio for the onstage. Also the trimmer that some people love and some people will not so much. We're going to keep it positive. That trimmer is being discontinued because we've actually, it's finicky. We're just going to say it that way. So if you have recently bought the trimmer, if you still have the trimmer, we do not have another option coming out right away. So you will want to buy new trimmer blades and whatnot and kind of stock up just to get you through, unless you already have something else. And if you ever need a 40% off coupon for some other places, we're just going to say it that way, let me know. So without anything else, we are going to get going on this storage stuff. I will be sitting and doing, so you will be able to ask questions and I will be able to hopefully answer them for you. If not, I will call or stalk somebody this weekend and get some answers for you. So without anything else, we're going to flip around and get things done. So hold on just a half a sec. Hi Lise. Hi Cheryl. How are you? So let's do a little bit of surfing, shall we say? And I've got a huge pile here, yes. Let me scooch and scooch. Okay, so I will not be running any specials while I am on stage because it's less than 10 hours. So just a heads up on that. And hi Lisa, how are you? Both Lisas. And I think we're good. Yeah? Hey Josie, how are you, honey? Alright, so I'm going to unstack my stack and the camera is probably going to focus and not focus, so give me just a second here. So basically what I did was, let's see, am I too close? I might be a little too close. Let me adjust here just a second. I will tell you when I'm done maneuvering. Alrighty, so I think we're good. So what I've done is I've gotten some of my blends and I've gotten my colored pencils and I've gotten, I should have gotten some ribbon, but hey, whatever. And then I've gotten some ink pads out of the old ones, the new ones, current ones, as well as the Memento ink. And then I got my regular markers out, my Stampin' Write markers out. And I got one of each of the styling. So that way you could see what's going on, right? Okay, so that is what I have, and let's get started, okay? So first thing I want you to notice is that everything's in a box, which means no chipped corners. And everything is also, let me move, hold on. Let me make some room here. We gotta make some room. All right. So everything is packed in a box, and everything is also packed in styrofoam. Yes, I know it's not great for the environment, but it also means that we're not going to have chipped corners, okay? It is a plastic, okay? And we're going to see if ink wipes off of it, because that was one of the questions. Hi, Jude. How are you? Hey, Shirley. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to need this storage stuff, but hey, it's an option, right? So we're going to see. All right, so I'm grabbing Lovely lipstick, and I'm doing the unthinkable to see if it wipes off. I have called demo support, and what they have told me is if it doesn't wipe off directly, to use magic eraser, and then also warm soapy water, and if, like with Lovely lipstick, because it's a red undertone, to leave it out in the sun, like in a windowsill, for about 24 hours to see if it'll bleach out. So I'm just going to see what it does, because honestly I don't think very many people know. So I'm going to do it on the underside, so if it doesn't wipe off, not a big deal. And then we'll have to come up with solutions if it doesn't. So I have no clue. But this is the, what was this? Topper storage is what this is called. So this stacks on top, and then you have room for like your re-inkers and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do the unthinkable, you guys. There you go. Is that bright enough for you? Let's do it like that, huh? I would not suggest doing this at home, but I'm doing this for your benefit, so that way you can tell if it wipes off. All right, and then I have just Huggies Fresh Scented Mickey Mouse baby wipes, and we're gonna see, okay? Because obviously when you get ink on your stuff, you're gonna wipe it right away, correct? So pretty good so far. Yeah, it looks like it's coming right off, except that it's too wet, so I might need a paper towel instead. So let's finish this with another wipe. And I got bubbles that are pink now, but nothing on my plastic. So good deal. So if you find ink, do it quickly. I'm not sure I would leave it sit there, but there's your answer for whether or not the ink wipes off, okay? Like I said, I would not recommend doing a whole ink pad. And I would not recommend leaving it sit there. But we've had weird things happen, haven't we? Okay, so this is upside down. We're going to do this. Okay, so, all right, so here's my open storage. Like I said, boxed very nicely. Let's see, what does this say? English, French, German, and Japanese, because those are the countries we're in. It's not because of US. So remove the silicone feet from the paper, then adhere to the bottom of the tray. Thicker feet go by the front of the tray, thinner feet go to the back. Awesome, because then your stuff tilts backwards instead of falling out. Okay, got it. So unless you're stacking, of course, and don't want to use the silicone feet, okay? So you got to kind of pay attention. All right, so more styrofoam. Anybody need styrofoam? No, I don't think so. Let's see here. So as you're unwrapping, make sure you have your silicone feet still. Alrighty. And I notice here that they gave me an extra one of a thin one, because evidently I'm going to mess up once. But hey, that's cool. No problem. And let's see. So there's my silicone feet. Okay. And here's my open cube storage. Let's see. So here's the bottom here. Yep. Okay. So awesome. Let's see. No logos on it to be able to tell, so you just got to pay attention to where the feet are. Okay. And then these are supposed to stack. Like I said, I just got these in, and I was trying to behave and not open it ahead of time and all that kind of stuff. So you really got to line these up, and then they stack pretty sturdily. Okay. So make sure they're almost like a Lego. Make sure it's in the hole correctly, and then you'll be fine. Okay, so let's see what this one says. So this is the blend storage, which are the alcohol inks we have. Remove silicone feet, adhere to the bottom of the tray. Thicker feet go by the front of the tray. Thinner feet go to the back. So it sits. Okay, got it. No problem, I think. Alrighty. So I'm starting to run out of room with all these boxes, but it's okay. All right, more styrofoam so nothing's cracked. And I say that because, you know, there have been times where things came chipped because there was a floating punch and that kind of thing. So, alrighty, so these stack, all come apart, all that kind of stuff. You want to make sure to pull them off square so you don't bend any of the trays as they connect, okay? So silicone feet over there, that's how your blends stack, okay? Pretty cool, right? Okay, so as they stack, let's see here. As they stack, you can slide them in and out, and you can still see the pen tips. Only problem is they're stacked all in a row, so they're not staggered. But hey, okay. So that's an improvement we need to talk about, don't we? Okay, so let's see. What else did they say? They stacked them like 12 feet high, and they didn't tip over. I wouldn't recommend that. I'd recommend, you know, 4 to 6 probably high. So this is the last one. This is the ink pad and marker storage. This is the one I was looking at. Thicker feet go to the front of the tray, thinner feet to the back. So basically, thinner feet go to, let's see, so everything tilts correctly. Okay, so more styrofoam. All right, got it? Yeah? All right, so let's see here. Don't forget the feet, don't throw them away, okay? You will need them, more than likely. That's to protect your stuff, okay? So this is the ink pad and marker storage, okay? So we've got that going on. Yay, I can get rid of the box that the snaps are falling off of. Yay! I was about to order a new box, and then guess what happened? All right, so the infamous question, what kind of ink pads fit in here, right? How do they sit? All those kind of things. Yeah? Okay, so we're gonna move this down a couple because I want to see if the old ink pads fit, and the Memento inks and how they do and all that kind of stuff. The old ink pads fit, but they're tight, so I don't know if I would recommend that because they kind of pop everything up a tiny bit. And the Memento fits, but it's tight, so I'd put them on top or in the open lid or something like that back here. Okay, so I would probably, in that open cube, stash all of my ink pads that don't fit into this guy. So just letting you know how things are going. Okay, so this is what I've got. Do you guys have any questions? Any concerns? I wish there was a handle on top so as I was traveling I could just grab and go, but that's something I gotta tell them. See? We learn as we go, right? Alright, so what do you guys think? Let's see if I can do this without it falling apart. So that's what I've got. Sorry about the pens being crooked, but it's gravity. Okay? Yeah, don't flip everything around like I'm doing, but I'm trying to show you. Okay? So we've got that going on. So what questions do you have for me? Anything I need to bring with me on stage? Any questions I need to bring to be like, hey, how does this work? Hey, how come it's not bundled? Hey, how come it's not black as an option? I know for me in the desert, black means a lot of dust. So no, thank you. If anything, I would need it to be gray or brown. So I'm going to let you guys think for a half a second. I'm going to let the dog out and I'm going to come back and see if there's any questions. Hold on. So any questions? Not seeing anything. Let me refresh and make sure I'm not missing anything. So as I said before, I am getting ready for on stage right now because I fly out Friday morning. Let's see here. Did this stop? I don't think so. Okay. So, do they lock together? They snap together. They kind of set in place, Lise. Let's see here. Without the markers, so there's a lip that sets down in this lip with a little hinge point. Can you see that? A little gouge. I'm trying to figure out how to word that for you. They don't snap together. They slide. And then they kind of set down in that groove. And then they stay together pretty well. I mean, really. Sorry, I don't like the rattle. Until they go upside down, they stay together pretty well, as you can see. See how all the grooves are here? And then there's grooves inset on the sides. So they're pretty sturdy. Let's see. They do just sit on top of each other. So let's see. If you want to see them, touch them in real life, I will have open studio time on Monday from 10:30 to 12:30 and 5:30 to 7:30 if you have questions or anything else. I'm trying to think of what else. As far as configuration goes, there is a flyer that has a chart, and it's awesome because it says, if you have this many ink pads, take your total of ink pads and divide by this number, and that's how many of this configuration you need. If you have this many markers, this is how many of this you need. So it's a really concise kind of thing. I rounded up because I figured that I would probably always have more. So I wanted a couple blank spaces. Let's see. What else? If you guys think of questions, please let me know. Email, message, text, preferably not call, just because I am finishing packing, laundry. You know how the routine goes. And I would like to have them in writing so I don't have to remember per se. So if I have questions, I can just copy paste and send them in to support if I can't get answers right then and there on Saturday. So as you think of stuff, please let me know. And like anything, I always have access to a 24/7, what we call a sandbox, suggestion box. And if you ever say, why don't we have this product? Why don't we have this? Why don't we have that? Hey, the new thing that so-and-so, some company does is awesome. Please send that to me. I'd love to send some of that in, especially if you have a favorite trimmer right now, because they had an option and it kind of fell through, and they have a couple that they're looking at right now, but it hasn't quite gotten to final stage yet. So, you know, since I'm the top 20% of the company, I might have a say if I email in. I don't know. So, but if I don't say anything, guess what? I have no say if I don't speak my mind, right? So, hi Netta, how are you? So, without anything else, that is the storage system in a nutshell. I will upload this to YouTube. Comment wherever you need to, however you need to. If you have questions, if you have anything, it is available for sale right now. What else? What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should share with you. I don't really have anything else. All right. So without anything else, follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com. I will provide the link for the storage, and tomorrow's tutorial will not be a card. It will be this video and a couple other posts with probably my picture of it organized and set up, because I need to get back organized. Thank you, Lise, for wishing me fun on my trip. It will be fun, and it will be a lot of work, because this is now my job. Yay! So, it's a good thing. All right, so without anything else, follow me, stampingwithjohnny.com. Thank you for listening tonight, and talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.